Alright lads, so today we finally got the announcement of the return of 4 Bring Ichigo, Bankai Senjumaru, and also Askin in his Volstagnic form. The characters that released during the end of year for 2024, they're finally back and also paired with the 100 million download celebration. So what that does mean, fortunately, if you are making your way all the way to step 25, which will cost you 5,500 orbs, you are guaranteed the character of your choice on step 25. I know not everyone is going to do step 25, because there is quite a lot of orbs to spend on a rerun banner, but I know there are massive fans and people that have been waiting, maybe missed the opportunity to get these characters, and it's nice nonetheless. If you do make it to step 25, you can guarantee something. With that said though, this banner itself is releasing tomorrow and will be here until the 21st of April. Now it's worth mentioning, while this banner is out, we are going to find out what the mid-month banner is going to be. I'm not expecting it to be anything super crazy, but just in case, maybe it is worth holding out a couple days to see what that will be, and that will get revealed on the 16th. Furthermore, we also do have a special 10th anniversary Bankai Live news stream, which is something that Caleb haven't done much before. And while we don't know much about what that stream is going to actually show us, they have already confirmed that they will be showing new characters. So likely we are going to find out what end of month April is going to be. So if you are someone that is maybe low on orbs but wants to summon on this banner, I would say it doesn't hurt to wait a couple days, because on the 19th we will know what April end of month is potentially going to be. And you're not interested in any of those characters, regardless of what skills they are going to offer, well then maybe you are going to want to go back in onto this banner. But if you have plenty of orbs and you can afford to summon on this banner and also April end of month, then by all means go ahead and summon on day number 1. Now when it comes to the selection of the characters, it's a pretty decent banner. The main thing of course you are summoning for is the Senjumaru, Ichigo, and also Askin. When it comes to the fillers, we have Mars the Masculine. Masculine! It's been a while since we've done one of those, but he's returning for the first time as a filler, which is great to see because he came out near the end of last year. Yumachika is back alongside Byakuya, pretty decent characters. And then funny enough, we have both Chojiros and also Gremmy. Don't really offer much. Chojiro and Gremmy are more so links, resurrectable characters, and then Chojiro is a droplet farmer. One thing to keep in mind about this banner is that it is a normal step-up banner, so step 1, 6, 11, 16, 21, etc. are discounted. Every 5 steps you are guaranteed a featured character, and while I do get a lot of, not hate for saying this, but again, I do personally believe that the unfeatured Porray being here, while it does suck when you actually get an unfeatured character, because that's not why you're pulling on this banner, right? You're pulling for potentially one of these 9 characters. But the unfeatured Porray being here means that on the guaranteed steps, where you are guaranteed a featured character, it's now a 3 in 9, so a 1 in 3 chance of it being the returning characters. Ichigo, Senjumaru, Askin, as compared to if it was the 12 character banner with 3 equally worse fillers that don't offer anything of value, then it would have been 1 in 12, like I believe it was when these characters came out. So technically, compared to the original banner, you actually have a better chance of getting the characters, the returning ones, on the guarantee. So technically, the rates are a tad bit higher. Only on the guaranteed steps though. If you're only doing the discounts, it makes no difference. But going over the returning characters, right? Ichigo, who in my opinion is one of the best characters in the entire game. An amazing unit with very good visuals, beautiful artwork, and also it's Ichigo from episode 7 of 1000 Year Blood War with his fight against Yhwach. Ichigo is a heart swiper with the Quincy Killer Plus ability. When it comes to damage output, he's almost unmatched, as this character does come with Frenzy plus 3, a 60% strong attack damage increase, and also an 80% spiritual pressure boost upon inflicting a status ailment, which of course he does have an increased chance to do so against any Quincy enemy. That's not all though, because this character also has 2 very unique effects. The first one being an enemy's defeated bonus, where after he gets 20 defeats, he gets 20% more melee damage. After 40 enemies defeated, in between stages, he will recover his team's strong attack recharge by 15%, making him a very good character for Limit Breaker. And then after 80 enemies defeated, he is the second character in the game to get a second additional soul bomb, which again is also really good in Limit Breaker, especially with the fact that he is giving your entire team an extra soul bomb and also recharge in between stages. If that wasn't enough, this character also does have an EX skill, where upon using, he will increase his spiritual pressure boost by 100%. If you already have a spiritual pressure boost active, which likely you will, that will increase his 80% spiritual pressure boost to like 300+%. It's very powerful and lets him clear content very, very fast. This character is a damage powerhouse with a very powerful strong attack kit, and also still one of the few characters in the game to have a superior strong attack, which is indicated by the icon on his SA2, which just lets him do 20% more damage. It doesn't do anything super unique, but it's just more damage output. If the damage output wasn't great though, he also just has other good stuff about him. He's immune to every stat ailment. He has built-in long stride with extra recharge and also sprinter +2. So he's a very powerful character, a very fast character, very fun too, while also just being a super cool unit that is saved Soul Society Ichigo. One of the highlights of last year, and definitely a character worth picking up as he does hold the title as one of the best characters in the game, probably debatable top 2, 1 with 9th anniversary Grammy. Senjumaru is a fan favorite, and she herself is a Power Squad 0 Soul Reaper with the Captain Killer Plus ability. Now, Senjumaru is more of a Guild Quest unit that definitely can be used outside of Guild Quest if you do like Senjumaru as a character. In her case, she has Frenzy +2, an 80% spiritual pressure boost, and also a 40% berserker. Her damage output does get further increased when at full stamina, since her soul trait is a unique one, offering 12% recharge and 20% more damage at full stamina. When in Guild Quest, her damage output gets further increased as she does have more killer effect, more melee damage, and also Frenzy +3. Similar to 9th anniversary Grammy, Senjumaru also does have a very powerful EX move, where upon using it, it will debuff the enemies and also boost herself and your allies for 15 seconds. The EX skill that she and also Bankai Ichigo does have are some of the better examples of very powerful EX skills, and coincidentally, these were also the same two that Kenpachi and Grammy got during the 9th anniversary. Now, one of the more unique things about Senjumaru as a character, which does make her quite fun to play with, is the fact that she does have status element plus on all of her attacks, and each attack can inflict a different status element. Now, status element plus makes it so you can stack status elements on top of each other. So you can end up freezing the enemy, then inflicting them with burn, lacerate, and also healing yourself with drain from a soul bomb and also EX skill. So even though status element plus is kind of being normalized with some of the newer character releases, Senjumaru is still the only character in the game that can inflict multiple different status elements, and that's kind of unique. It makes sense with this character too, and it makes her different, stands out, and makes her fun in my opinion. Her main use though will strictly be in the melee Captain Guild quests, where of course she is great in there, but despite having Guild Quest skills, it shouldn't stop you from having fun with otherwise is a pretty fun unit. Arskin is the brave battle character of the banner, and despite us recently getting Mila Rose, who technically is a counter to Arskin, Arskin is still a much needed and sought after brave battle unit, because as of right now, he's still the only character in the meta for brave battles that can reliably get off a team boost SA2, providing your team with a 43% attack, focus, and defense increase, which in brave battles gives you the stat advantage against a team that might not even have Arskin available. When that said though, Arskin has a lot of great stuff going for him. As a Soul and Stammer killer, he's a great character to deal with Renji, Meninya, and also himself. Very prominent Brave Battle characters. When it comes to the skills that he does have, he has everything you expect a Brave Battle unit to have, right? So Brave Battle temporary invincibility, he can ignore invincibility, he can prevent lasting survival, he has persistence, so when he is defeated, he has invincibility for 5 more seconds. And his damage output is also really good too, as he does have Flurry +3 with a 50% bruiser, on top of the fact that he does again have a team boost, as a ranged character with long reach is actually really good in and outside of Guild Quests. Since he was also given 2 killers, Soripa and also Stammerton, you can even use him in Guild Quests for 2 phases, which is actually really good. And once more, similar to Ichigo and Senjumaru, this character does have Poison Plus with Disabler, which means he has an increased styles chance against any character in the game, regardless of their attribute and or affiliation. So likely when this character does use his strong attack 3, or any attack more so, he's instantly inflicting the enemy with poison, which is dealing damage over time, which should hopefully help him defeat the opponent faster than they defeat them. If you did recently pull Mila Rose, she is a more broken Brave Battle character. However, to make her better, you do need Ask in your team, because you need to get that team boost. Even if you have Mila Rose, you can still lose if you do not have a team boost in your team when going up against Arskin. That's it for the main 3 characters. Next up, we have Master Masculine. He's a fairly simple character, a melee normal attack damage character that deals more damage in Guild Quests. As he has a team boost SA2, he's actually very powerful, especially when paired with Little Toto, the Christmas version, and also Grammy, as Grammy does buff stun rates. You're mainly going to use him in the melee stun rated Guild Quests. If you do need support for that Guild Quest phase, this character is great to have. Yumachika, another Guild Quest unit, gets more damage in guild quests, very similar to Senjumaru as he is an SP lead. In his case, you want to use him in the immediate Squad 0 guild quests. He has been outclassed by Rukia, who recently just returned. But if you do pull this character and also have Rukia, you can actually use both of them in the same team to get actually pretty good scores. Bayaka is a bit of a weird character releasing during a mid-run banner. Due to that, this character unfortunately does lack Havoc, which for even a late 2023 unit is kind of unfortunate because they honestly did have a decent damage output with good strong attacks too. Havoc would have made him a lot more enjoyable, and that ultimately is the biggest problem with this unit. However, you can get a use out of him in the melee no affiliation guild quest as your team booster. Chojo, like already mentioned, is just there to farm droplets. By using this character, you get 5 more speed links or potions, guaranteed 10 speed droplets, and also increase the droplet drop rate by 30%. The other Chodoro is a resurrectable character, mainly just used as a link, a very powerful link though for the heart attribute. Likewise with Gremi, another very powerful link upon resurrecting for the mind attribute. And that's essentially the banner in a nutshell. Like I mentioned, I like the banner. I think it's good. The fillers could be better, could be worse though. But I think for anyone that was missing Senjumaru, Askin, and also Ichigo, regardless of what the filler was going to be, this likely would have been a must summon. They're some of the best characters in the game. It's their first time returning. So I would say if you are missing Ichigo, Senjumaru, or Askin, at least do 10 steps. Because likely these characters are going to return maybe post 10th anniversary, where orbs likely will be a tad bit more tight. Because usually during the 10th anniversary and post 10th anniversary, leading all the way up to the end of the year, it's always back-to-back very hype banners, where you don't really get time to summon on rerun banners like this. So maybe use this time prior to the 10th anniversary to summon on them, especially like I said, if you are missing that. For me, I will be skipping because fortunately I do have most of the characters here, duped out as well. But if I had an old account that didn't have them, or a new account that also didn't have them, yeah, I definitely will be doing a few steps, 5 to 10. Do you have to summon day number 1 though? That ultimately comes down to you. Like I already said, on the 16th, we're getting the mid-month banner announcement. And on the 19th, we're getting new character reveals, which should be regarding the upcoming April end of month banner. With that said though, in the comments below, let me know if you like the summoning. And I'll see you lads next time. Take care and peace.